Good day folks, in this video I'm going to show you that it is possible to balance an Osmo Action in your Ronin SC. And yes, I do know it is overkill to mount an action camera in a gimbal such as this, but anyways, let's just jump in and take a look at it. So here I have the Ronin SC and I have the Osmo Action, and as you can see, it is perfectly balanced. You can see whatever angle I put it at, it stays put. Now the problem with balancing a camera such as the Osmo Action is it's way too light. A camera has to meet a certain weight criteria for it to balance properly, and I'm not exactly sure what the minimum weight is for the Ronin SC offhand, but definitely the Osmo Action by itself is way too light. Now of course this is overkill for a gimbal such as the Ronin SC, but in a way it can come in handy. For example, if you're a filmmaker and you primarily film on a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, having a gimbal like this makes sense. However, there might be some times when you need some really wide angle footage and you want to capture some footage with an action camera. Instead of having to pack a separate gimbal for your action camera, you can just mount it on your Ronin SC as well. Now if you're just an action camera user, there are much better solutions and cheaper solutions than getting a rig like this. This thing is actually quite heavy and not very practical for this type of thing. So I'm going to take the camera off here so I can show you what I've done. So this is what I've got set up here, and like I stated, the problem with balancing a camera this small in the Ronin SC is the weight. It just doesn't weigh enough. So in this setup, what I've done here is I took the quick release plate and then I added the riser plate to it. I put a standard GoPro mount, and instead of using the stock frame for the Osmo Action, I went with the small rig aluminum frame. For one reason, it weighs more, so it adds some weight to the setup. And of course, small rig is known for expandable cages and frames. So that's what I kind of needed here. When I mounted the camera in just the frame, it wasn't quite heavy enough. I needed to add a little bit more weight. So I thought about adding a microphone or a light. Now the problem was I needed the extra weight off to the side. So with small rigs, they are covered in quarter 20s and different places you can attach things. So what I did is I took a cold shoe mount and put it on the side there, and that way I could mount a light or a microphone on the side. You can also use counterweights. Unfortunately, I didn't have any counterweights, so I just used this light as a counterweight. Adding the light on the side was needed in order to balance the roll axis. So once that was added, then it balanced perfectly. Now there's other things you could add there instead. Like I said, you could put a microphone on there. That would add that extra weight that's needed. Now adding a microphone to the Osmo Action is kind of pointless at this point just because they don't have an audio adapter that's needed in order for it to work. Let's go ahead and fire it up here and we'll see how it works. As you can see there, it seems to perform fine. There's no vibrations or anything like that. Everything works well. So now I'm going to do a balance test to see what the Ronin app says, if it's balanced properly, and then I'm going to do an auto tune of the motors. So the test is running there. We'll just let it do its thing. So as you can see there, the balance test results, the tilt is excellent, roll is excellent, and pan is excellent. Now let's auto tune the motor parameters and then we'll go out and do some test footage with it. So the auto tune is now done, so I'm just going to head out into the backyard and just grab some quick footage. So yeah, folks, there you go. That is the Osmo Action mounted in the Ronin SC. Everything seems to work well. Like I said, not an ideal setup, but if you're in a pinch and you want to mount your action camera in a gimbal and you don't want to have to carry a second action camera gimbal around with you, this does work. Plus you have the added bonus of having a light built into the rig. Anyways, folks, I'll include the links down below to all the products I used in this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.